Hi, it's John Morris with the onboarding team here at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. Just wanted to talk to you about a couple of forms. First and foremost, the amendment to change the closing and possession date. This amendment would be used if you were under contract on a house and you represented the buyer or the seller, and one of those two needed to change the closing date for whatever reason. So this is the form that would be used in this situation. Amendments are always numbered, so you would make this number 2 or number 3 or number 4, whatever that amendment is. You would put that number in there, and then you would put the date that you are working on this amendment. So if this was today, you would put today's date, the 19th of July. Down here, you would put the buyer's name, as it says there when you click on this, and then the seller's name, and if there are two sellers, you'd put them both in there. You would then pick up the binding agreement date from the purchase and sales contract, the date that it went binding on the bottom of the purchase and sales contract, put that date in there. You would obviously then put the address, city, and zip right there. Then when you come down to this section, you've got the closing date. So if the date is going to change from the contract, the purchase and sales, and or the counter offer, that's the date that you would put in here. So you would put that date in here. You could also then answer one of these two questions. The right to unilaterally extend the closing date for up to 8 days would be terminated or shall remain in full force and effect. That's really something that is negotiated between the two agents, so you would need to work on that. And then if the possession was to change from the original contract, it was, let's say, closing, and now it's going to be a number of hours after closing or a number of days, then you would need to do that. In case B or C, you would want to perhaps fill out a temporary occupancy agreement, but I would encourage you to talk to your broker about that situation should that happen. But if possession is still going to take place on the new date at closing, then you would just check box A. Remember to add additional pages here if there are any. Usually there are not in this situation, so you would check this box are not attached. Make sure that you have your buyers and your sellers sign it, and then make sure that the last agent who gets this does fill in the acceptance date and make it a live and binding contract. Then this document needs to be loaded into DTR and loaded up on the DTR site.